Hey there,
Playing from
fam.
Liss's iPad Pro 13.
How is everybody doing out there today? So, coming on today, I wanted to bring a message, and the top 3 I'm looking at is how to find your peace on the Earth School by decluttering your life. Pulled some cards, talked with Spirit about what is the highest good of the message of who's going to be seeing this. What do y'all need to hear? What do you need to know? What's going on in your life? That kind of thing. So we got, what I'm going to start with is the Starseed Oracles, because whenever I started pulling things from here, I got some really cool things. Pretty relevant whenever I was sitting here feeling what was going out through the collective and stuff. So I'm just going to dive in and we're going to start. How's everybody? Love you. Thank you for showing up. The first one that was pulled was Earth School and diving in. And a lot of this, some of y'all that have been reaching out, that I'm coaching and guiding and stuff, you're diving into more of the spiritual stuff. You're listening more to your bodies. You're more in tune to the universe. And kind of how you chose to dive in when you came, kind of thing, bus stop theory. So life lessons, soul growth, study, and higher learning. And it's like flying on. Maybe some of you like to fly. Swimming is coming through a lot. Diving in to the cosmos. And I am going to read this one. Let's see. Earth School. Life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. Planet Earth is a great initiation for the soul, and life lessons are the curriculum for which we enroll. These aren't one-time lessons, but themes we choose to circle around, deepening our experience of them as we make our way through the spiral of life. Life lessons aren't only about getting it right, they're also about getting it wrong. It's just important to know what you don't want in life to know what you do want in life. Remembering that Earth is a planet of polarity helps with this understanding. Dark and light. Each year, the study deepens more and more. If you pull this card while you're going through a difficult time, you're being prompted to remember that your soul came here to grow and learn. Try not to look at difficult times as getting it wrong. Instead, see them as opportunities for soul growth. There is no right or wrong. There just is, especially if it comes from love. If you can find a way to grow and soften your heart through the highs and the lows, your soul is most definitely growing, which is the whole point. Pulling this card can also mean that you're being called to embark on a new study or growth, like spiritual growth maybe, or spiritual journey. This could be through structured learning, such as university, school, or training course. Are y'all taking new courses out there? If you're having difficulties in a relationship, you're being reminded that these are also opportunities for a soul's growth. After all, relationships are known as the number one way that we grow as souls while we're here on Earth. And I love this card. So yeah. And see the light? It's like she's diving into the light. But there's darkness down here too, because polarity, light and dark. You got to go through it all to get where you want to be. You got to know what you don't want to know what you do want, that kind of thing. So maybe y'all are figuring this out. I know a lot of y'all that I've spoke to have been going through a lot of highs and lows. But if you're changing your perception of figuring out what you don't want to receive anymore, that's kind of the lesson. And the faster you get out of it, the faster you learn it. So something about that. And then Breath of the Cosmos. Another Earth School lesson. My will to thy will. micromanaging the universe. Some of you are realizing that you're stopping on trying to micromanage the universe. You're allowing what is to happen, to be present in this moment. Like, see, it's all swirling around up here, and you're just being the observer. Some of y'all are still needing to learn this lesson. Some of you are still trying to micromanage the universe. Let's see what the book says. Breath of the cosmos. When we rely only on our own will, we're micromanaging the universe and resisting the natural flow of life. We're not trusting the mysterious breath of life. We're rejecting the great cosmic intelligence. It's not in the breath you take. And relying instead on our personal strength. When we do this, we find ourselves attempting to bend things to our will. That's like fighting truth serum. That hurts. We spend our time forcing and pushing and living from a space of trying to do something, trying to get there, trying to do this task, trying to get this job, trying to complete this test. Everyone around us can feel the trying to get to something, trying to take care of all of these people at once. And the universe can too. Now you're being called to stop micromanaging the universe and trust the breath of life, to just be, to surrender to the greater will that God has for you, to move from my will to thy will. Your name could be Judy. When you surrender to the greater will of life, you begin dancing with the rest of life. When you bow to the great mystery and say, please use me, please show me the way. Is that the Jesus take the wheel, Spirit take the wheel? When you surrender, little by little, you find yourself living your most fulfilling, authentic life. When you surrender your personal will, when you relinquish control and release the way you think things should be and surrender to the greater will, you find yourself being led. You begin breathing the breath of life. So you become guided. Spirit guides. And it's literally like having Spirit, Jesus, Source take the wheel. Whatever universe, whatever term, human term you want to put on that. It's literally like sometimes putting yourself in autopilot mode and letting them guide you and trusting that you'll be okay. And some of you are realizing to release those reins and let Spirit guide you sometimes. It's fun that way. Sometimes it's hard. And you know, the colors are kind of the same in these two cards, if you notice. Same kind of clouded. And she's speaking, it's like she's making her own world. So you're putting, male, female, you're putting your universe when you speak creation, breath of the cosmos, when you breathe and stop micromanaging and you're allowing Spirit to help the universe. So, and if you're not, maybe this is what Spirit's trying to get your attention to stop micromanaging, to stop expecting everything, to just be. And then you're also getting deep cellular healing from the Arcturus. Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. The Arcturians coming through the galactics. They're really good with the healing, especially at night. Maybe you're listening to more frequencies. We've been doing chakra healings and stuff every night. So maybe you're listening to more frequencies. Today is root chakra healing. Blockages for that is Emotional blockages, if you're having root chakra blockages, that's fear, insecurity, anxiety, groundlessness, lack of trust, feeling disconnected from the world. Mental symptoms is confusion, disorientation, poor concentration, lack of motivation, feeling overwhelmed or stuck like you can't move. Those are all beliefs that you can change. Okay, it's a chakra blockage. So you need to change your frequency, change your vibration, increase your energy. Let's see. Also, it could be fatigue, cold hands or feet, different stuff in the lower energies. So maybe you need to eat more chakra foods, root chakra foods, which are root, like potatoes, sweet potatoes, fruits and veggies. We've got radishes in here that we've also been doing potatoes more. I'll have to look into that more. But sweet potato's been popping a lot. So 11:11. Oh, the cat just meowed. So something about sweet potatoes. Maybe you need more orange in your diet. That's sacral energy as well. Anyhow, where were we? This is a beautiful card. I hear the kitty meowing. It might be time for food. Are y'all getting hungry out there? So then we got trust the timing. So trust the wave you came in on, because time is not running out. Some of y'all feel like that you're in this game late. Let me tell you, you are not. Because we just woke up to this a couple of years ago ourselves. We've always had the Catholic background and stuff like that, the religious background, but the spiritual stuff we just woke up to. I want to say 3-4 years ago. Timing is not real, so you wake up to it exactly when you're meant to. I see 1, 2, 3 people on here for past, present, future, mother, maiden, crone. Plus beautiful energy. Something's coming down from the sky. Big galactic energy. Let me see something here. But we got 3 time periods. And then way up here. So maybe you're doing some reflection right now. And that's good. But trust the timing. Because remember where you were versus where you are. And I know that where I am now, I've come so far. I was teaching Catholic kids, religious school for 4 or 5 years, 13, I say this, back in Castle Rock, Colorado, at St. Francis of Assisi. And that was back in 2013, 15, something like that. And we are in 2025 now. And my beliefs, I've had to reconfigure and dismantle and delete some of them fully. I've had to do a full system reboot. So trust the timing. You're here exactly when you're meant to be here. I struggled with this myself because, at 47, when you're waking up, I'm 47 now. Things, if you would have told me 5 years ago, 10 years ago, hell, a year ago, this is where, I just started my channel last year. So trust your timing, okay? Everything comes to us in the time that it's meant to. My gifts have been waking up more, the things I see, the feeling, the hearings coming on more with the music and stuff as well. You've got skills. 432. So anyhow, surrender to the sweetness. You're starting to surrender more to the sweetness, Source says. And I'm getting Eden vibes from this. You're seeing more beauty in things around you. Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. Plus monkey energy has been coming through, like at 456 I saw that. It's like the monkeys know how to play, have fun, jump around. You're finding more pleasures and joys in life. And if you're not, you need to. But I know a lot of you out there are starting to find more pleasures and things. You're seeing the beauty more around you. Maybe you're traveling more. This has got travel beauty all over it. Maybe you're sitting by the water, viewing the planets, watching other people swim. I don't know, this is a beautiful card. The colors on it, there's just so much. Oi. Surrender to the sweetness. So yeah, you're making love more to life. You're loving more on yourself. You're loving more out of life. You're loving those around you more. You're figuring out love is kind of where it's all at, the key to life. Okay? And if you're not, maybe you need to. Maybe this is your message. These are the things that you need to view more around you. And then, both of these cards, again, earth pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down, time in nature. So maybe you're taking the time out to enjoy the beauty around you. And if you're not, you need to, okay? Because you need to ground more. Look at this beauty. And the other one's giving a high five because I've got one hand in my pocket. Hand in my pocket's coming on. Pulse of the mother, slow down, time in nature, grounding, laying down. Maybe you're camping, looking at waterfall. There's waterfalls. I got snow on mountains. I got green. There's all levels of seasons here. So you could be anywhere. You could see snow on the mountains in Colorado, maybe further north. Either way, you could be laying on the grass somewhere, just looking up, surrounded by white flowers. I see white flowers, a lot of white flowers and yellow ones. Maybe sunflowers. That's a beautiful card. And then I'll be back in a minute. All right, I'm back. She just said, maybe you haven't got it all figured out just yet, but you got a hand in your pocket and the other one's giving a peace sign. So the fact that you haven't got it all figured out yet, I say at 11 seconds when I come back on. It's not yours to figure out the how always. It's yours to move, to take action on the things that you want or don't want in your life. It's the universe's job to figure out the how sometimes. So, that's where the inner peace comes from. Put your hand in your pocket. You are letting outside circumstances create turmoil and frustration within you. Remember, you always have the power to choose your response. Let inner peace attract a higher vibrational outcome for you. I started this at 555. So it's about change. I see the blue lotus flower on here. That's what I always see when I see these flowers. It's a blue lotus. It's very spiritual, so maybe you're using it. It's a good way to find inner peace. There's a certain one that I use if you're interested. I've tried a few of them. They are not all the same. So I found one that is very peaceful. So it's about finding your inner peace. And some of that starts with breathing and grounding. But you got to breathe, fam. You got to breathe. You got to close those eyes. Take a breath and let it go. Something about letting it all go. And then again, reflection. You're being asked to reflect on your recent choices. What lessons have they taught you? Reflection is the mirror to your soul's growth. Use it to deepen your understanding and intuition. So we were just talking about reflection and where we were and where we are now, and forgiving the timing because time doesn't exist. So you're learning 227. I say this exactly what you need to learn at the time that you need to learn it. Reflect on that daily. Think back where you were a year ago if you need to remember every day. You could be seeing monarch butterflies. It's all about change. And I said I started this at 555. So it's the only colored thing on here is a monarch butterfly. It's all about reflection. See 2 mirrors on here because we're mirrors. Want to have some fun? Come and give me some of that yum yum chocolate chip. Who's eating chocolate chip out there? Be present. You are ungrounded and spending too much time in your head. Again, something has caused you to retreat to your mind. It's time to bring consciousness to it so you can resolve it and start living life more fully again. Dive deep into those 333. What are you missing? Today we learned that addictions was caused by something that you're holding on inside, that you're not diving into the dark, whatever darkness, or a belief, some kind of old belief that you could be an 88 magician. What old belief are you holding on to that you can change perceptions on? Family, friends, co-workers, jobs, anything in your life, one thing that you can change your belief on. For me, I had to change my beliefs on family and what I thought about family. I used to think blood family was the end all be all, I had to change my beliefs on that. Sometimes family is what you make of it, not what you are born into. So sometimes we have to reflect, be more present, and figure out some of those beliefs keeping us stagnant in place, that aren't allowing us to grow, that we can erase and let go of. And then focus on the miracles. I say at 5 minutes, 5 exactly, change. And we were watching Where the Heart Is with Natalie Portman and Ashley Judd. And she thought 5s were horrible. Anytime 5s popped up in her life, she expected something bad to happen. So everything to her bad happened. But what she didn't realize was it was always for her greater good. Yes, it may have been something bad. At 555, she was left in the Walmart parking lot by her crappy boyfriend when she was pregnant. But it ended up being what was best for her. It ended up being, she ended up staying in Walmart. Wasn't the greatest thing. He ended up going to jail. Worst thing. But they each got changed 555. It's not always the best, but it's how you perceive it. Then things started getting better. She was always cared for. She was always protected. She was always safe. It wasn't an ideal situation. She didn't have a home, as some of you would put it, but she had a roof over her head and she was happy, and she stayed there for 6 weeks. So something about that, home, things aren't always what we perceive. But when we change what we perceive, we can make home where the heart is. Something about that. Miracles and blessings. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to all the big and small miracles that have already occurred in your life, and also to those that are currently occurring and are still to come. Miracles surround you. Be on the lookout for them. Our next sit starts on my date of on my birthday and ends on my brother's birthday, 10/10. So 9/29, I'm saying this at 7/11. 9/29, our new sit starts, and 10/10, it ends. So miracles happen all the time. We're always protected, fam. You always have a place. You always have something. But you got to stay present, and you got to stay in complete gratitude for what you see and what you get. And we are always in complete gratitude. We never know where it's coming from, but I always understand that it's coming for me. It's happening for me and not to me. I didn't always understand this. I used to be stuck in the energy of, what am I going to do? I don't have nowhere to go. I never could have moved like this in the past. So if you're interested to know how we learned how to do all this, let us know, because we'll talk about it. I'll be back. I'm going to change decks because there's more messages to come. 8:18, I say this. All right, 6:06 on the clock. Let's close out this message. So some of the messages I got, saw love a sun, and it was SUN. So that gave me raw energy. Some of y'all have connection to raw, but it also gave me Yahshua's energy, source as well. So like source loves the sun, so loves his children. That's kind of what I got. So something about source saying he loves about whatever it is that you're doing. And then we saw CSEA 7 love. And so that gave me sea energy, because I got a lot of y'all near the sea, or maybe you're going to the sea, or maybe you're connected to the sea. And 7 is the Chariot card, and then love. So that gave me, Chariot's all about willpower, determination, achieving goals through determination and action, forward momentum. So maybe you're seeing momentum or something out there. So momentum, Chariot. So where there's a will, there's a way. So something about the sea, and your connection to it. Maybe you're flowing with it, your willpower, you're allowing it to flow more easily. Spirit loves this. You're seeing more things. Chariot, plus that's Chariot movement. You're taking more action. And then Dirty South came through. It's the way we do it in the Dirty South. This song by Bradley Gilbert came through. I love that song. And then there's an emperor out there that's been chosen. I saw chosen 4. Well, 4 is the emperor in the tarot deck. So there's an emperor out there that's chosen. And so maybe you're seeing 144 a lot. So we pulled some charms, and the first thing that popped out to me was these scissors. And a few things came through for this. Some of you are cutting cords from your karmic relationships, karmic ties, and that could be family, friends, lovers, environments, jobs, anything, old beliefs, just any kind of, you're cutting things to old ways of thinking. That's what I got from this. And then some of you are also creations where maybe you're making clothes, or I know I've talked to a few of you are thinking about making some things. So maybe you're creating some things with scissors. Then you're getting keys, knowledge. Also activating keys. You're meeting more people. Maybe you're meeting more, yes, Soul Tribe, thank you. You're meeting more Soul Tribe members, and you're getting more, I got goosebumps, keys of activation, because keys keeps coming through. So, because I have my key and you have your key or puzzle piece, whatever you want to call it, and I don't have yours, you don't have mine, but when we come together, we can build a beautiful puzzle piece. It's something about weavers coming together. And then Fae energy came through, and plus Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell's been around, Peter Pan, Tinkerbell energy. Plus we have been watching alien Earth. And those kids on there are the lost boys, the lost girls, and something about that, and Tinkerbell energy, and Peter, little boy that never grew up. And then we got birds. And whenever this comes through, I always feel the blue avian energy, so starseed energy coming through. Maybe you see a lot of birds. Maybe the birds talk to you like they do us. Maybe you sit and have lunch with them. Maybe they bring you food. Ugh. Gifts. And then we got doggies, 420. I say this. Maybe you're babysitting. Maybe you have dogs. There's dogs in the house, though. Maybe your dogs are helping you. I'm hearing enlightenment. Maybe they are helping you learn things. Pets do that. They teach you things. They teach us things all the time, especially these cats. When we first got here, Munster and Kobe wouldn't let us touch them very much. They would run away. Now they like cuddles and head scratches, and there are times where Munster still does not want to be touched. But for the most part, he is a talker and he loves his head scratches. He's coming around. Something about that. Lots of transformation energy. Maybe you're seeing a lot of dragonflies connected to the dragonflies. Lots of transformation. Walking on sunshine, 611 on the clock. And cruise energy coming through. And I have talked to a few of you that are booking cruises. So I was like, they're like, yep, this is why it's coming through. So you're taking the wheel of your life, they said, and you're playing more. And you're going on vacations, and you're spending more time together with people you love. Maybe family, friends, lovers, maybe yourself. And that's okay too, because 5-5, we did a lot of that ourselves. I took myself to Disneyland one year and Universal Studios for my birthday. So you're playing more, and that's important. Because diamond upgrades, a lot of y'all are getting DNA upgrades. Some of you are being proposed to, Spirit says. Okay. Some of you are seeing diamonds a lot. A lot of you, thank you, diamonds in the rough. That's what I heard. Whoever channeled that. Diamonds in the rough, Spirit said. You're realizing that it takes a lot of pressure sometimes to become who you are. We had to learn this the hard way, and hopefully you're learning it a little easier. But yes, the more pressure, the more beautiful and big the diamond. And then dragons have been coming through a lot. Dragon energy. Y'all are connected. Dragon wings we've been seeing a lot of. Been seeing the dragons in the clouds maybe. Maybe even feeling more fiery. They've been helping more with earth movements and firing, burning away everything that no longer serves. So maybe you have connections to the dragons. Maybe you're a dragon rider. Like we are. And then Longhorn, 717, 718, Longhorn. Maybe you're a Taurus, or you got Taurus heavy in your chart. Maybe you like Longhorns. Sports, yeah, I hear ya. Sports coming through. But Longhorns are pretty cool too. Taurus is a grounded ladybug energy, so this is abundant. Maybe you're seeing ladybugs. I hear gold. Are you seeing gold ladybugs? Okay. I saw a gold ladybug. It had a heart on it. It was in Vegas, and I took a picture of that. You're right. So maybe you're seeing very abundant looking ladybugs out there. Plus the Volkswagens. Do you play that game? You know they're love bugs, not slug bugs anymore. We changed that back to love bugs. So stop hitting people over slug bugs. And then I feel like your kids are getting upgrades as well. Maybe you have kids. Maybe you take care of kids. Watch over them. Maybe you're helping them learn more about themselves. Our kids need that guidance. They're being lost in schools. So some of y'all are trying different ways of teaching. So your kids are getting enlightenment and they are helping you as well. Listen to your kids. They're smart. All right. And we're going to finish this message off with listen to your kids. Listen to yourself. Go inside. So you're being asked to listen to your inner voice. It's been guiding you to do something or say something, and it's time to act on its wisdom. We always say, see that shit, say that shit. Just like Houdini on Eminem. Eminem says that shit. See that shit, say that shit. Old time rock and roll. So listen more. Listen more to your inner self, okay? And then align. You're being asked to align with your current situation, even if it's not easy to do so. Trust that there is much to be learned by being here. Pushing against it, what is, will only make things harder on you. So align, surrender, and trust. And that's kind of what we were talking about earlier as well. There's reasons for everything, but if you learn your lessons, you can also get out of it pretty easy. Presence, 10:10. You're being asked to spend more time in the present moment. Equals stop ruminating about the past or longing for a future that does not yet exist. The past, you can't change. It's done. 5 minutes ago is done. Why are you still upset? And tomorrow is not here yet and is not guaranteed. So why are you worrying? When you worry, you suffer twice as hard, twice as much. Your life is happening right now. 144, 1044. And when you're not present for it, you miss all its beauty and the miracles and all the help that is right here. Same soul. I like that old timer rock and roll. Healing. Your body, mind, and soul are in a period of deep healing right now. Like we said, the Arcturians were coming through earlier if you listen to the message from the starseeds. You're going through many transformations at once, and you're being asked to allow yourself to receive the healing you need with open arms and open heart. And we got dragonfly for transformation. So healing, transformation. You're going through it. Grounding, increasing your fluids, your hydrating fluids. You are always manifesting, Spirit says. Whether you're aware of it or not, manifestation is based on your thought processes, and you're being asked to manifest more consciously through positive thinking. So you'll attract into your life exactly what you're wanting. You already know how to attract shit and all the bad stuff, kind of like where the heart was. She knew that in her mind, every time she saw 5, she expected something bad to happen. Everything. 5. Oh my God, something bad's going to happen. 555. 55. Something bad. Oh, my daughter's birthday. 5 months, 5 years, 5 weeks. Something bad. Because she expected it. She was looking for it. When you go looking for something, Spirit's going to give it to you. The universe is going to present it to you. Okay? So you're always manifesting, which is why it's important to know the things you don't want versus the things you do want. It's good to know and do a transitional period of things sometimes, like maybe you want to live in an RV. Well, go live in an RV transitional period and then see if you really want to buy one to live there. Or do you want to live in that state? Well, go there to visit. Stay there for a month or 2. Go there at different times. Transitional periods. You're always manifesting. You're always stay in the present. Manifestation is based on your thoughts. What are you thinking of whenever you're wanting something to come into your life? Stop manifesting the bad shit. Let's bring in something a little bit more happier. All right. And then we got declutter. I am surrounded only by what I need and love. The angels want you to know the best way to declutter your home, your workspace, and your life is to take things one small step at a time. Combined small steps will lead to big improvements that will be easier to maintain over the long run. So declutter one step at a time. And I was just talking to several people about this. What is one thing you can change? What is one thing you can do? Take that step. Fill out that application. I don't have that money yet. Fill out the application. Take the step. Sometimes it's about the action. 420 again. Sometimes it's about the action. Spirit comes up with the howls. Universe brings in the howls sometimes. Maybe they'll bring somebody in your life once you start the application process. Maybe once you talk to that person, they'll give you the keys to this new love. You know, it's all about taking that small step. What can you get rid of out of your car today that you can allow to bring in out of your life today? What don't you use in your house that you can get rid of? Is there a drawer full of junk that you can just dump out? That kind of thing. One small step, one baby step that you can do of change to declutter your life. That's where it starts. Because once you start doing that, 1515, I think that's I don't know what card. You'll have to look that up. It's 6-6. Look it up. I said it for a reason. All right. Letting go. Declutter. Letting go. I let go of what no longer serves me to make space for new beginnings. You need to let go to make room for new things in your life, or you must let go to give someone else the space they need to grow. Let go because holding on is too painful. The angels reminding you to let go is not always easy, but it is always worth it. And when it says, remind you must let go to give someone else the space they need to grow, sometimes there's people in your life that you're trying to hang on to because you don't want to lose them. But hanging on to them doesn't allow them to grow. And if you have a frequency mismatch, sometimes you need space so that way you can figure out that frequency mismatch. So sometimes letting go is the key. Maybe you got red hair. Maybe you wear suspenders. I don't know. Fairy wings and Faye came through. Tinkerbell energy. My inner child is happy and carefree. Do you ever feel like a lost child wandering aimlessly through life? Do you feel you've forgotten how to truly be happy and carefree? The angels ask you to play, have fun, monkey around, and let go of the adult seriousness you have been carrying around. The adult seriousness needs to go. Whoever said adulting was easy they've never tried. All right. So fairy wings, we got green on here. Is green your favorite color? The fays coming in to help. Maybe they come in to help you play when you're outside. Maybe you see them. And then honesty. I am truthful. I speak my truth honestly. The angels ask you, offer your true self up to the world and search for the truth. Act upon the truth and tell the truth, even though it may not make you popular. See that shit. Say that shit. Maybe you're supposed to have a channel. Are you supposed to be teaching us something? Say what you think and think what you say. So you're speaking more honest. Are you supposed to be teaching us more? Wisdom. My mind is strong, open, and clear. So something about honesty and wisdom. The angels are letting you know that working on nurturing a deeper connection with your own divine power can help you to heal with changes and challenges with ease, and then can ensure you become your own tower of wisdom and calming presence in your life. So maybe you're reading more, studying more, which they did say maybe you're going back to school. That was in the message as well. or maybe you need to. Maybe you're thinking about it. I like that. So you're gaining more wisdom. Maybe you're gaining more wisdom in spirituality. Maybe that's how you're learning. Maybe you're getting more gurus, teachers like us, coaches. We didn't do the school. Schools was not for us, but I do like the coaches, my gurus. I've had my own teachers, Judy, and several of others. So maybe you're doing coaching like we are. Or maybe you're going to be teaching and coaching. Maybe you're getting more coaching. So self-care. I love taking the time to understand my needs. The angels want you to remember that although dedication and hard work are crucial, you also need to pace yourself. Otherwise, you could stretch yourself too thin and burn out. That would be bad for your pursuit. I see the angels here, Nephilim. So you're surrounded by them. Maybe you wear an amulet on your chest. But it seems like you're doing more self-care, and I have been talking to a lot of you that are doing more grounding and self-care. Falling in love with yourself, I believe, is a lot of what some of y'all have been coming through with, and I love to hear that, because that's where it starts. When you start falling in love with yourself, that's when you bring other people in to love you just as much. Because if someone can't love you, better than you can love yourself, then they're not meant to be in your life. Okay? It's all about boundaries. I am worthy and deserving of setting and maintaining boundaries that serve me. The angels want you to remember, if you keep prioritizing the needs of others and ignoring your own, then things might fall apart. For once, love yourself and do things that please you, no matter what others might say. Because, trust me, there are a lot of other people that have learned this. It took me years to figure that out, that others did exactly what they wanted to do. It was me that didn't do what I wanted to do. I did what others wanted to do and what they wanted me to do. So boundaries are important. Don't feel guilty. Guilty is where dis-ease comes in. Self-love, self-care, let loving start. Hold me now is on. Hold yourself. But that's where it's at. That's where it starts. That's where you start bringing in the people that really love you, that will ask you, how are you feeling? How is your day? How do you feel today? How is your feelings today? Is there anything that I can help you with? That kind of people, not ones that just call and talk to you all about their problems. So maybe you're figuring this out. Maybe you need to figure this out. We have figured this out. We are teaching these things. Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. So figure it out. It means no worries for the rest of your days. 222-2. This is the end of your message. I love you, fam. Find the key of life. It's love, happiness. Hakuna Matata. I am going to add some angel numbers to that, because they said they wanted to add a few words of wisdom. 92977. I just saw that. That's funny. What do you got? 1177. And that's funny because 929, 29, it breaks down to an 11. So 1177. So growth, learning, development, nature, potential, success, expansion. Take positive steps towards learning. No way are you playing Hakuna Matata again. The angels are coming through again with Hakuna Matata. This is the second time in the message, which I'm about to post. Oh my goodness. Anyhow, learning, development, nature, potential, success, expansion. Take positive steps towards learning and personal development. Engage in activities like taking classes, reading, or spending time in nature to unlock your potential and achieve success. 111, I say this, and that was in the message, because we were just talking about you taking classes, reading, writing, or maybe you're supposed to be teaching, or maybe you're getting a guru, maybe you're taking coaching. I've had a few of y'all sign up for me for coaching and guidance, so I love it when Spirit comes through with confirmations. What else you got for us, boss? That's funny. And then the fact that they brought Hakuna Matata on again. What a wonderful phrase. Oh no. Number 4. Organization. Focus, discipline, clarity, structure, empowerment, problem solving. Stay focused on your life journey. Your angels want you free from distractions. Good organization empowers you to isolate and overcome the difficulties you've been facing. So what steps can you take to organize your life and stay focused on what truly matters? 0. New beginnings. I feel full energy coming through on this because that's the 0 card in the tarot. So new journeys, new beginnings, fresh start, opportunities, creation, hope, positivity, growth. Everything starts with a blank slate, and you have the power to create whatever you desire. Embrace the fresh start with an open mind. New opportunities are on their way. So stay positive and hopeful. And a lot of you have already brought these new opportunities in. I've spoken to you. Some of you have met new family members. Maybe your name's Jim or Jimmy. I gotta go.